It's time to talk about a piece of the puzzle that stumps a lot of people when they're getting ready to sell their lesson plans. How to price your lesson plans. Today, I'm going to go over a few tips that might help you price just right so you can really get your business off the ground. Hey, welcome back to Sell Your Lessons. I'm Jessie, your digital marketing and tech coach, and today we're going to talk about pricing. This is something that stumps a lot of people. They get ready to sell their lesson plans and then they're like, how much do I charge? Where do I start? What's a fair price? Is it too high? Is it too low? What do I do? Well, the good news is no matter what you choose, first of all, it's not permanent. You can always change. So if something in the end seems that it's too high, you can always start to lower it. If you don't think that it's high enough, you can always raise it. So don't worry about getting it just right. You can always adjust it. This is not set in stone. But I want to go over a few little points and tips to help you kind of get off the ground when you're starting to price your lessons and the other teaching materials and resources you are trying to sell. Tip number one is going to be to check out your competition. I want you to go to sites like Teachers Pay Teachers and other locations where people are trying to sell teaching materials and resources and see what they're doing. Find products and offers that are very comparable to yours and check out the pricing. Now, if there is a wide range of pricing, I want you to take a look at the feedback. The people that have the most feedback are most likely the ones that have the most social proof, are more popular, and you really want to hone in on why. Is it because of the offer itself, or is it because of the pricing? What exactly makes that a popular offer, and is it comparable enough to yours that you can price very similarly? Tip number two is going to be looking at how much time it took you to accomplish. If this is something that you threw together fairly quickly, you can price it a little lower than something that took you hours upon hours to create. Think about all that time that you are saving your potential customers by offering these resources. By saving them time equals money, right? So if you built something and it took you a very long time, you're more apt to charge a little more for it than something that didn't take you as long, just because you're not really saving them that much time as compared to some other things you might have built. Tip number three is going to be your resources. How many resources are actually included in your offer? Obviously, a beefier offer is going to cost more than one that only has 2 or 3 moving pieces. So really think about how big of an offer it is. Is this going to last one lesson or part of a class period? Or is this something that's going to last the entire year? Depending on how many resources someone is receiving in your offer, really also can change the price lower or higher. Tip number four is going to be where in your sales funnel is this offer located? Let me explain. If you don't know what a sales funnel is, you might check out some of the other videos on the channel to kind of dive into that. But you want to ask, is this your main offer? If so, then it might be priced a certain way versus your offer bump. Just a little something extra to add to the offer to just kind of up the average cart value, and that little bump won't be as high in price as your main offer. Is it potentially your special OTO, your one-time offer? If so, then that might be a little extra depending on what your original offer was. So make sure that everything flows. Oftentimes it works a lot better to have a larger priced main product and a smaller priced order bump, just because that little checkbox is something that they can just quickly add on to their order. If it's opposite and that order bump is a lot, chances are people aren't going to be as apt to click that as they would a smaller offer, just because it is a little one click, add this to my total purchase. While there are many more factors that you might take into account when you are trying to price your lessons, remember, again, this is not set in stone. Hopefully those tips will get you off the ground and started selling your lesson plans sooner rather than later. Just get going. Don't be afraid to just slap a price on there and get it out there. Let the market tell you whether it's too high or too low. And once you have that price and you're ready to get selling, be sure to tune in next week because we're going to talk about the next step, which is promotion, how to promote to others. So be sure and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell below to be notified every time we put out a new episode. And in the meantime, check out some of the other videos on the channel, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.